Berlin is often seen as a city of modernity, of art, nightlife, and political history, but beneath its surface lies a more hidden story, one of mystics, philosophers, and seekers of truth who once walked its streets. This is the Berlin that whispers not through graffiti or clubs, but through old books, forgotten cemeteries, and ideas that shaped the soul of Europe. Today, we are uncovering Berlin's forgotten mystics and philosophers, the figures who gave the city its deeper spirit. Let's begin in the 18th century, when Berlin was rising as a center of the Enlightenment. While Frederick the Great promoted reason and progress, the city was also home to thinkers who sought wisdom in more mysterious ways. One such figure was Johann Georg Hamann, sometimes called the Magus of the North. Hamann lived in Berlin for much of his life, a strange and brilliant critic of rationalism who argued that truth could not be captured by logic alone. He believed in faith, poetry, and paradox, and his writings influenced great thinkers like Goethe and Kierkegaard. Walking through the streets near Hackescher Market, where Hamann once lived in poverty, you can almost imagine him scribbling ideas that would outlast his obscurity. Not far away, in the leafy calm of Dorotheenstadt Cemetery, lies the resting place of some of Berlin's greatest minds. Here you can find the graves of Hegel, Fichte, and Heinrich Mann, philosophers and writers whose ideas shaped the intellectual climate of Europe. Standing among the quiet paths, it's hard not to feel the weight of their thoughts still lingering in the air. Hegel's dialectics, Fichte's ideas of freedom, and the constant debates of Berlin's salons all echo here, reminders that the city was once a crucible of ideas as much as of politics. But Berlin's philosophical history is not just rational, it is mystical too. In the 19th century, as industrialization transformed the city, secret societies and esoteric thinkers found a home here. The Rosicrucians, Freemasons, and other mystical groups held meetings in hidden lodges scattered across the city. These groups sought hidden wisdom, combining spiritual traditions with the search for enlightenment. Though many of their meeting places have been lost, some still stand quietly behind unassuming facades, their symbols carved discreetly into stone. One of the most curious figures connected with Berlin's mystical side was Rudolf Steiner, who lived and lectured here in the early 20th century. Steiner, the founder of anthroposophy, believed that knowledge could unite science and spirituality. In Berlin, he held lectures on everything from education to esoteric Christianity, attracting audiences eager to hear a new vision of the world. Some of the halls where he spoke still exist, though now they host concerts or community events. Yet if you listen closely, you can imagine the echoes of his voice urging Berliners to see beyond the material and into the spiritual. Berlin was also home to Jewish mystics and philosophers who left a profound mark on modern thought. Perhaps the most famous is Moses Mendelssohn, who lived in the 18th century in Spandauer Strasse. A philosopher of the Jewish Enlightenment, he argued for tolerance, reason, and the compatibility of faith in modern life. His presence in Berlin's intellectual circles was groundbreaking, and his influence can still be felt in debates about religion and freedom. Nearby, in later years, Walter Benjamin would take these questions in new directions. Benjamin, whose grave is far from Berlin, once wandered these streets, weaving together philosophy, mysticism, and literature in ways that still captivate readers today. But not all of Berlin's mystical stories belong to famous names. In the courtyards of Mitte and Kreuzberg, in the cafes where intellectuals gathered, countless forgotten seekers debated late into the night. Some were poets, some were radicals, others were dreamers who left little behind but whispers. Their lives remind us that philosophy is not only in books but also in conversations, in the restless search for meaning that defines Berlin's spirit. The city itself often feels like a philosopher. Take the ruins of the Kaiser Wilhelm Memorial Church, left standing as a broken spire after World War II. It is not only a monument to destruction but also a question carved in stone. What is the role of memory, and how do we rebuild after loss? This, too, is philosophy, not written in words, but in architecture, in silence, and in the choices a city makes about its past. Berlin's mystics also appear in unexpected places. The Grunewald Forest, for example, has long been a retreat for dreamers and seekers. Writers and thinkers came here to walk among the trees, to reflect, and to connect with something beyond the city's noise. Even today, wandering through its paths, you feel a sense of timelessness, as though the forest itself is a philosopher whispering its own truths. And then there are the hidden libraries, places where Berlin keeps its intellectual soul alive. The Staatsbibliothek is well known, but tucked away in corners of the city are small private libraries, often connected to old institutions, churches, or even families. These collections hold forgotten manuscripts, mystical treatises, and the works of thinkers long out of print. For those lucky enough to glimpse them, they are a reminder that Berlin's philosophical heritage is not just public but also deeply personal, carried in the care of individuals who refuse to let ideas die. So what ties all of these forgotten mystics and philosophers together? It is the sense that Berlin has always been a city of seekers, not content with easy answers. It has attracted those who question, who doubt, who imagine. Some of their names are etched in history, others have vanished, but all of them shape the spirit of a city that thrives on depth as much as on energy. So next time you think of Berlin, don't just picture the Brandenburg Gate or the Berlin Wall. Picture Hamann scribbling by candlelight in a tiny room. Picture Hegel resting in a quiet cemetery while his ideas still echo across the world. Picture a hidden lodge where mystics once gathered by lantern light. That is the Berlin of forgotten mystics and philosophers, a city of questions, visions, and secrets waiting to be rediscovered. And maybe, as you walk its streets, you'll feel that Berlin is not just telling you its history, but asking you to join its conversation, one that has been going on for centuries and is far from over. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Share it with a friend who loves a good mystery as much as you do. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. There's plenty more to uncover, and I'd love for you to be part of the journey.